Do you ever feel like life is this big mystery no one explained how to solve? In our teenage years, we're learning so much about ourselves and the world around us, and it often feels overwhelming. These years are filled with exciting possibilities, but they also come with their fair share of challenges and big questions. So, what if I told you there are a few important life lessons that can make a difference? Let's go through 8 lessons every teenager should learn to make this journey a little smoother and more fulfilling. Lesson 1. Self-acceptance is key. One of the most powerful lessons you can learn as a teenager is to accept yourself for who you truly are. It sounds simple, but in a world where social media, peer pressure, and societal standards are constantly telling you who you should be, self-acceptance can be challenging. You may find yourself comparing your life, your looks, or your accomplishments to others. But remember, everyone's journey is unique. Self-acceptance means recognizing your strengths, acknowledging your flaws, and embracing everything that makes you, you. When you truly accept yourself, you build self-confidence, which becomes a solid foundation for everything else you'll do in life. Lesson 2. Friendships matter, but they're not everything. Friends are incredibly important, especially during your teenage years. But as much as friendships are rewarding, they can also bring drama and distractions. Sometimes we feel pressured to hold on to friendships that don't really add value to our lives. One of the best lessons you can learn is that not every friendship will last, and that's okay. As you grow and change, your friendships might too. Instead of focusing on the number of friends you have, focus on the quality of those relationships. True friends are supportive, trustworthy, and genuinely care for you. Remember, a handful of close, meaningful friendships are worth far more than a large group of casual acquaintances. Lesson 3. Failure is not the end, it's a step forward. As teenagers, there's often a lot of pressure to succeed, whether it's in academics, sports, or extracurricular activities. And while succeeding feels great, failing can feel devastating. But here's an essential lesson. Failure is not the end of the road. In fact, failure can be one of life's greatest teachers. When you fail, take it as a learning opportunity. Analyze what went wrong, see what you can do differently, and don't be afraid to try again. Every successful person you admire has faced failure. They learned from it, grew from it, and kept going. Embrace failure as a part of your growth process, and remember that every setback brings you one step closer to your goals. Lesson 4. Take responsibility for your choices. During your teenage years, you'll gain more independence, and with independence comes responsibility. One of the most valuable lessons you can learn is to take ownership of your actions and choices. Life is full of decisions, and some will be harder to make than others. You may face peer pressure, or you may be tempted to make choices that aren't the best for you. But ultimately, you are in control of your actions, and it's essential to understand that each choice has consequences. Taking responsibility for your choices means understanding how they impact you and others. It's a sign of maturity and shows that you are ready to handle the ups and downs that life brings. Lesson 5. Hard work beats talent. When talent doesn't work hard, we often hear stories of people who are naturally gifted or talented, but here's the reality. Talent alone isn't enough. Hard work and persistence are what turn talent into success. You may have natural abilities, but if you don't put in the effort, you're not going to reach your potential. Whether you're talented or not, hard work is something everyone can put in. It might not be glamorous or easy, but putting in the hours, being disciplined, and staying focused will take you much further in life. Remember, the most successful people aren't necessarily the most talented, but they are the ones who never gave up and kept pushing forward, even when it was difficult. Lesson 6. Time is your most valuable resource. As a teenager, it might seem like you have endless time, but that's not exactly true. The time you have now, especially during these formative years, is incredibly valuable. It's easy to get lost in distractions, whether it's scrolling on your phone or playing video games for hours. But each moment spent is a moment you can't get back. Start developing good time management skills now. Focus on the things that will benefit your future, like learning new skills, studying, or spending time with family and friends. Managing your time effectively is a skill that will serve you well throughout your life, helping you prioritize what really matters and avoid wasting precious hours. Lesson 7. Embrace, change, and adapt. Life is unpredictable, and the sooner you understand this, the better. During your teenage years, you'll go through many changes, physically, mentally, emotionally, and socially. Learning to embrace these changes instead of resisting them will make life a lot easier. Whether it's moving to a new school, meeting new people, or dealing with personal growth, change is inevitable. Those who can adapt are the ones who thrive. Embracing change helps you become more resilient, flexible, and open-minded. Instead of fearing the unknown, look at it as an opportunity to grow, to experience something new, and to develop a more robust character. Lesson 8. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Last but definitely not least, don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Many teenagers feel pressured to appear strong and independent, fearing that asking for help might make them seem weak. But the truth is, asking for help is one of the strongest things you can do. Whether you're struggling with school, relationships, or mental health, there's no shame in seeking support. Talk to friends, family members, teachers, or counselors. Remember, everyone needs help at some point, and there are people who genuinely want to support you. Learning to ask for help can prevent small issues from becoming bigger problems, and it teaches you the importance of community and connection. So there you have it, 8 essential life lessons that can guide you through the often confusing and challenging teenage years. Remember, life isn't about perfection, it's about growth. Every experience, whether good or bad, is an opportunity to learn something new and become a better version of yourself. If you found these lessons helpful, consider hitting that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to stay tuned for more insights like these. Your teenage years are just the beginning, and learning these lessons now will set you up for a brighter, more fulfilling future. Thanks for watching.